Hi, I'm comedian Joel Kim Booster, and you're watching Speed Date with Xtra Magazine.
If you could summarize your stand-up in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words. Absurd.
My dad did have 2 sons, and they both turned out gay, and I don't think there's a clearer sign from God that he is done with this bloodline.
Absurd, raunchy.
Dating a guy with a 16-year-old son, that's just like owning an iPhone. Just gotta wait around 2 years, and then you get an upgrade.
Playful.
Oh, I'm not a bad driver because I'm Asian. I'm a bad driver because I won't wear my glasses and I text, okay?
Fire Island is loosely based on Pride and Prejudice. What other classic work of literature should get a queer adaptation?
Do you want some whiskey? It would help with your knees. You can trust me, I'm a doctor.
Oh man, I was just thinking about this the other day, but I think I wanted, the next one is going to be Little Women.
You'll need to marry well.
You are not married, aren't you?
Well, that's because I'm rich.
I think just another, it's a sort of a lateral move away from Pride and Prejudice, but I was watching Greta's version of it the other day on TV, and I was like, yeah, this needs to be the next one. Like, I got to figure out how to kill off Beth in the gay version. That isn't super tragic, but I'll figure it out.
Make it short and spicy. And if the main character is a girl, make sure she's married by the end.
Who would be your dream person, living or dead, to party on Fire Island with, and why?
I'm going to say living Lil Nas X for sure. I think like he would be king of the island, so much fun, like seems like sort of like endless fun. And I would love, I don't know if he's ever been there before, but I would love to be the one to Sherpa him through his first Fire Island experience.
Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way.
And then dead, Oscar Wilde, because what a bitch, you know? I think like he would have some really fun quips about the people surrounding him.
I congratulate you on the success of your performance.
And I also think he would really have a ton of fun. I mean, the man would have so much sex, and he deserves it.
We're going to Fire Island.
And this is why straight people hate us.
And so what are you binge watching or loving lately in the media space?
Just finished Severance.
A handshake is available upon request.
On Apple TV Plus, which is really, really great. I love, like, Patricia Arquette. She is the fucking post office. She always delivers through rain, through sleet, no matter what. She delivers the performance.
Thank you, may I have a handshake?
Beyond that, I'm watching a lot of Top Chef right now.
Have you ever worked with an alligator?
Worked with an alligator, but I haven't broken one down.
I'm blowing through this current season of Top Chef and really enjoying it. And yeah, those are the sort of the both sides of the spectrum for me right now.
You and Mitra Johari host a podcast, Urgent Care, where you give advice to needy people.
A moderately distant relative of mine is Robert Durst, you know, the serial murderer and star of acclaimed HBO miniseries, The Jinx. But I'm calling to ask your advice on when you think it's the right time to share this alarming fact with anyone I'm dating.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
The best piece of advice I've ever received was get a good lawyer. Just in general. This is something that Taylor Swift said and has stuck with me. I continue, it is the best, it has continued to be the best piece of advice I've ever gotten.
What advice would you give to anyone who wants to become a singer?
Get a good lawyer.
Who are some queer or trans comedians that never fail to make you laugh?
Oh, there's too many to name. Patty Harrison.
I personally apologize for Bowen Yang.
Wow, allyship.
Robin Tran.
I get asked a lot of annoying questions about my transition. Look, I don't know what you think I have underneath my dress. I'll tell you what I don't have is $100,000.
Nori Reed.
I am trans fat, which everyone knows the most dangerous kind.
Jay Jordan.
And if you don't know what Four Loko is, it's what happens when you put Kesha lyrics in the can. So
there's a new kid I just saw recently who's only been doing stand-up for like less than 2 years, which is infuriating, but Nico Carney.
Trans Spider-Man, he's like, he doesn't shoot webs, but just getting the job done, you know what I'm saying?
Sydnee Washington.
If you don't know what femme is, femme means I dress like I look like I want men to talk to me, but I don't.
Irene too. Yeah, that's it.
I actually don't drink at all or do drugs. I'm very boring. Yeah, you guys probably knew that because my name's Irene.
Can you tell us a bit more about your friendship with your co-star, Bowen Yang?
I went to school at
a real estate firm called NYU. And
I mean, I don't know even where to start with Bowen. Like, we met, early days of our career in New York. Like, we were both really struggling, and I've never met somebody who I can communicate with so few words. Like, I just, like, so much of our communication happens in like looks across the bar at each other. No one has quite understood what it is to live as like a gay Asian man in this industry more. No one understands it better than he does. And it's just really nice to, be living in a time where I think 10 or 12 years ago, I think the conventional wisdom would for us to be like super competitive, and it's nice that, I think this happened in queer comedy just over the last 10 years in general. But I think like we stopped pulling the ladder up behind us and started supporting each other. And like, that's true of me and Bowen. And like, it makes so much more sense than trying to be competitive, because it's just like, I don't know, who else would I talk to about this then if I didn't have Bowen, So it's really nice to have him as a friend and an ally and a confidant.
In Fire Island, you also have Margaret Cho. And I wonder if you could speak a bit about kind of that generational coming together.
I told my mother when I was 14 I wanted to be a comedian, and she said, "Oh, maybe it's better if you just die."
It was incredible. It was really like start to finish. It was incredible. It was a dream come true. It was so surreal. I mean, like Margaret Cho, when she had her show All American Girl, it was like the first time I can remember seeing myself on television growing up. And it had a huge impact on me.
This is what I wore to my coming out party.
You were a debutante?
No, lesbian.
Of course, her stand-up, when I discovered that later, was also hugely impactful. And I think every gay guy on set had an individual moment with Margaret where they would like pull her aside and be like, "I just need you to know how much you mean to me." And I think she was like a gauntlet of like sincere conversations that she had to deal with over the course of shooting. But it was really amazing. She was so gracious and humble the entire time. Like, I think like she could have like slapped me in the face and spit in my mouth anytime I tried to give her a note, but instead like she really wanted to serve the movie, and like there was just no ego there at all, even though there could have been and should have been, quite honestly, a lot. But she was just such a joy to work with, and it was just like a full circle moment for me in my life and my career. Hey guys, thanks for watching Speed Date. I'm comedian Joel Kim Booster. Please check out my movie Fire Island out this summer on Disney Plus Canada, as well as my Netflix special Psychosexual, which is coming out worldwide on Netflix June 21st.